Ukrainian Jewish leaders remain concerned as Crimea votes to rejoin Russia. Iran's defense minister praises Gazan militants for last week's rocket attack. Assad-loyal forces regain last rebel stronghold on Syria-Lebanon border. And NGO Peace Now makes a video mocking Israel's right. Shalom, welcome to the Jerusalem Post News. Our top stories for Monday, March 17th. Crimea's Moscow-backed leaders have declared a 96% vote in favour of quitting Ukraine and have now formally applied to join Russia, having carried out a referendum yesterday that Western powers say is illegal and will result in sanctions. In Crimea, home to 2 million people, 3/4 of Sunday's votes were counted after an 83% turnout, indicating just over 95% supporting annexation by Russia, according to local media. Meanwhile, Ukrainian Jewish leaders have continued to express concerns, saying Russia has been framing recent anti-Semitic attacks to justify their continued occupation of Crimea. Last week, a Ukrainian rabbi was stabbed in Kiev while graffiti calling for death to the Jews was found on a synagogue in Crimea's administrative capital of Simferopol. Russia has branded Ukraine's new authorities since the overthrow of Moscow-backed President Viktor Yanukovych last month as fascists backed by anti-Jewish militants. Iran's defense minister, Brigadier General Hossein Dechan, commended Palestinian militant organizations in the Gaza Strip on the weekend for having fired dozens of rockets into southern Israel at the end of last week, stating, quote, "The operational power of the resistance against the Zionist regime is 1,000 times more than what it was before." Iran's Fars news agency quoted the Iranian defense minister on Saturday, who also said that organizations in Gaza have not yet displayed their actual missile capability. The IDF says at least 60 rockets were fired into southern Israel end of last week. In response, the Israel Air Force struck what they say were more than 30 militant-related targets across the Strip by the end of last Thursday. The rocket barrage came soon after Israel intercepted and unveiled a massive cache of Iranian missiles and munitions from the closed sea ship, which intelligence says was intended for Gaza. Syrian forces backed by Hezbollah militants took full control of the last major rebel-controlled city of Yabrud near the Syrian-Lebanon border on Sunday, helping Syria's besieged President Bashar Assad secure the land route connecting the capital of Damascus with Aleppo and the Mediterranean coast. The fall of Yabrud to Assad's forces could sever a vital insurgent supply line from Lebanon, allowing Assad to potentially control a stretch of territory from Damascus to the central city of Homs. Syrian government forces have made gains along the land route and around Damascus and Aleppo in the past few months. Meanwhile, a suicide bomber killed 3 people in a strike on a Hezbollah stronghold in Lebanon's Bekaa Valley on Sunday. Radical Sunni groups have pledged to attack the Lebanon-based Shiite Muslim militant group until it withdraws from Syria. A video making fun of Israel's right posted on YouTube by Israeli NGO Peace Now in time for Purim on the weekend has been watched over 100,000 times online. Backed by a Hebrew parody on the George Harrison song I Got My Mind Set on You, the clip features left-wing leaders wearing right-wing garb, including former Justice Minister Yossi Beilin, former Knesset member Avram Berg, MKs Itan Kabul and Itzhak Shmuli of the Labour Party, and the Meretz Party's Ilan Gilon and Michal Rosen. Peace Now director Yariv Oppenheimer said that, unlike the left, the right's outlook is enviably black and white, and that their video makes a statement that their camp are not afraid to attack the right unapologetically and with a healthy amount of chutzpah. That's it. We're back tomorrow with more main headlines. Until then, shalom from the Jerusalem Post studio.